The hunt for scholarships is where most people throw in the towel because they get overwhelmed and just stop at the merit scholarships offered by the school. Thankfully, we've broken this down into easy steps with lots of hints along the way. A lot of places will try to sell you this amazing method on finding scholarships like there's some big secret out there. Well, unfortunately, the big secret is it just takes some time, organization, and legwork. Just like anything worthwhile, it's okay that it's not incredibly easy. So today, we're going to be covering the search for scholarships. We've already covered the types of scholarships out there and how to create an organized scholarship list. And next, we'll be covering insider searching tips and essay content. Like most things that seem a little overwhelming at first, it's best to start small. Applying for scholarships with the least amount of competition, which usually means local scholarships. These applications usually ask for an activities resume, general information about your high school, an essay, and about half of them ask for a teacher recommendation. Remember, if you're getting intimidated by all these requirements, other students will be too. So especially don't shy away from a scholarship that has an essay. For each requirement on the application, imagine another opponent dropping out of the race. Just like our page shows here, apply to anything and everything you can remotely relate to. So as we begin our search starting local, you're going to check first with your school's counseling website and then follow up with your guidance counselor. Sometimes they know of newer scholarships that have yet to be posted because of a lack of staff over summer break or just getting busy with transcripts and class registrations. You can also ask your counselor for past graduation commencement programs to see what local scholarships have been earned in the past by graduates from your school. Next, check the websites at other schools around your region. Private scholarships from small businesses tend to only contact their high school they attended to post their scholarship, when in reality, there might be actually very few applicants from that school, and that local company's preference may be to simply award a local student, regardless of what high school they attended. So just be careful to check the wording on the application and just not miss out on a great opportunity. It's also important to note that with some of these local scholarships, some prefer their money to stay in-state and might have a stipulation that a recipient attend a local college. So again, just check the wording on those scholarship applications in advance. Now we're going to widen our search away from schools a little bit, but we're still going to stay local. We need to research local organizations that offer scholarships, and this is where becoming an expert on your area will really pay off in the end. Again, this is a great place to find scholarships with less competition and a higher chance of snagging them. These are organizations like Boy Scouts, Elks Club, Rotary Clubs, Toastmasters, 4-H, churches, and especially local nonprofits. That's where some big money can be found. In my city, there's a great scholarship program through a local independent business association where they award like 40 scholarships each year. I think I've mentioned them in a past class. And then lastly, search the word scholarships on the websites of every local radio and TV station in the area to find some hidden, surprising gems that they're advertising on the air. Next, we'll branch out a little and look into local businesses that have national chapters. And the best way to describe this is by giving you an example. So if your area has a junior achievement chapter, which is a national education nonprofit, you might notice that their office offers local scholarships to area high schools for students who have attended a sponsored event. But there's also a larger national scholarship listed on their JAUSA website. So you could potentially win 2 scholarships for meeting the exact same criteria. Lastly, we have national scholarships, which are those accounts you made on a previous lesson. These have the most competition because, of course, they're national, so everybody has access to them. But if you scour the internet, you'll definitely find the most variety. This group also has the highest likelihood of having scholarships for current college students if you have older siblings or plan to apply to these even when you're in college too. These websites like fastweb.com and scholarships.com allow you to search by major, finding awards specific to your major. I also recommend a simple, good old-fashioned Google search for engineering scholarships or whatever your major is. I was giving a speech at a local junior year animal science 4-H group last year and found over 20 scholarships just for horse owners looking through random websites in a Google search. This is beyond the only 5 similar ones I found on these big search engines. It's actually pretty crazy what you can find with a little internet digging. In our next module, we're going to be going over a few tips to help during your search. I do highly recommend checking out this module before doing all the homework from this class and the one previous.